What's up, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one I want to break down what's happening with SPY, Tesla, and the overall markets. But just note that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out my Weeble link. Deposit any amount of money and you're guaranteed at 12 free stocks. Deposit $500 and you're guaranteed 20. And deposit $25,000 for more and you're guaranteed 75. The offer ends in just 2 weeks. Anyways, now let's talk about the market. So it's been a long time, guys, since I last posted a video. I was very busy with moving on Saturday and Sunday. And then for yesterday, which was Monday, I was very, very busy again. Just had to deal with a lot of things, but I'm back now and I should be posting videos daily from this point on. So, what's happening with the markets? We're remaining very, very bullish. The SPY has broken the 580 mark. We're seeing a lot of buyers stepping in as we're getting good earnings, at least from what's being reported, not to mention more signs that the market is still favoring a soft landing. Now, that being said, what do I see for the market from this point on? I want to go over the news and data first before I break down more details. So, when it comes to the economic data, I just want to mention that today is Tuesday, October 15th, 2024. Okay, at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we basically had the New York Empire State Manufacturing numbers come out. They were still not the best, but the market's not really as impacted by that. Then at 11:30 a.m., we have the Fed speaker Daly that's coming out, not to mention some bill auctions. Then we have Kugler and Bostic giving speeches, which is all very, very minor. So nothing too serious is coming out. For news about the markets, just know that Apple had some good news. They're looking at some nice growth in terms of their revenue for Q3 so far. Not to mention the fact that for Apple, we're also looking at some projected iPhone 16 sales to be boosted for the end of the quarter. That's more good news, at least for them. Now, on top of that, I want to mention that we also had some big earnings that came out from Bank of America, Citi, Charles Schwab, and a couple more. Just to go over a couple of them, Citi did relatively well, beating earnings estimates, so this is more positive for the broader markets. EPS was a nice beat at $1.51, with revenue being a beat, and their overall guidance was not bad whatsoever. So Citi did relatively well. Charles Schwab did very well as well because they're basically trying to pay down very costly debt, and then simultaneously we're looking at a lot of growth. So we saw a nice amount of growth for their EPS. They just barely met on revenue, however. But overall, they're trying to pay off debt, and that's very, very exciting for investors. So very, very good news for them. And then on top of that, there's also some news that as far as the market goes, Bank of America did well. They beat for the third quarter profits. They had a nice beat on EPS. Revenue was once again very close to expectations, but not bad whatsoever. That's all I'm seeing that's really, really major, at least on the news so far. As far as Nvidia goes, it's now it's the second most valuable public trade U.S. company in the world, at least for now. So that's some good news for the time being. It's just behind Apple right now with the $3.55 trillion market cap. So that's amazing to see as Nvidia is continuing to grow and still has more upside potential, at least from a technical standpoint. So let's now focus on what's happening with the charts. As you guys can see, we look more bullish. SPY is showing lots of resilience. It's like a locomotive that wants to keep going, has a lot of momentum that's building, so it's doing a good job at holding up. If SPY were to lose 582, my target's going to be back down to about the 579 to 580 area to fill that gap. But as long as we don't lose 582, this does favor 585 plus and eventually 587. So I want to make that very clear. There is still more upside potential despite that. And overall, it's doing a very, very good job at holding up. So right now, SPY is looking more bullish. It's breaking past these resistance levels. It's above its very, very key trend lines. So for now, we're looking at 585 as our target. Breakdown, we're looking for 587 coming next. For ES, if ES were to lose 5,900, we're looking for basically 5875 is our target right over here. That's very close to our 20 EMA if we do lose 5,900. As long as we hold that, we have the potential to push up for about 59.25 and even higher levels well above that to like 59.40. So my guts tells me this could dip a bit and start rebounding for the 59.40s. This has more upside potential, but look for 59.25 first on ES. Look for a dip and a bounce for 59.25. So far, we look more bullish. As far as Tesla goes, it looks like it's attempting to rebound just a bit. It has been, hit very, very hard after the robotaxi event. In my opinion, if we hold above 220, I could be looking for an attempt for Tesla to get back up towards 222, then 220. The 224 is close to where this imbalance happens to be. And if we end up losing this support down here around this 215 area, we could be dipping back down towards this gap fill at 212. My gut tells me this is going to attempt to rebound, get back up towards the 224 area, so give this the time it needs, and we'll see how things end up going from here. As far as Bitcoin goes, Bitcoin is looking a little bit more bullish so far, looking for 66,000 as our resistance. If we were to lose 65,000, we're looking for 64,350 as our support, but this is favoring upside for the 66,000 area. So I think there's a good chance this tries to push up higher for 66,000. We actually try to break through this as time goes on. So that's going to be one of the most likely cases for more upside. For others out there, such as NQ, we're actually looking more bullish as we're on an uptrend. If we hold above 20,500, we're looking for a 20,750 target. If we lose 20,500, that's our 20 EMA. We're looking for 20,350. But this is favoring upside. It looks like it's trying to ride this trend upwards. It's very, very strong in terms of momentum. Could dip a bit, then continue pushing for 20,750. For the QQQ, we look more bullish. Very, very strong looking trend. I think 500 is coming soon. Could retest 497.5, excuse me, as long as we don't lose 495, excuse me. If we don't lose that, as long as 495 holds, we're remaining more bullish. If we do lose that, there's a risk of us coming back down to 493 and eventually 489. But as long as we're above 495, I favor 500. And I think that this is going to be going for that imbalance up here. So the 500s are likely coming for the QQQ. Apple had a big gap up after the bullish news that came out about their revenue, not to mention their iPhone sales projected to be very strong. I think that this may continue to push. As long as we don't lose basically 233, the odds are favoring that we go all the way up towards 235 plus. For other factors out there, we have the IWM. This could dip closer to 220 before it tries to rebound again. It's just range bound, but still overall it's more bullish. Could dip a little bit before it tries to continue to push. Coinbase is looking decent so far. As long as we don't lose 190, we're favoring a big push closer to 200 all over again. Amazon has support to watch for around 186.31 and 187. Could dip close to that range before it tries to rebound for 190. So look for a dip and a bounce as the most likely move. Meta is barely holding 589 as our support. If that fails us, we're looking for basically 585. We might dip to the 589 area before it tries to rebound, and I think we could slowly get closer to 600 again. Microsoft is looking more bullish. If we break past 422, we're looking for 425 as our target. If we lose 419, we're looking for 417, but this is still favoring the upwards direction. For Google, we look more bullish. Google is trying to push up for this 168 area. If that breaks, we're looking for a target of about 170. So anyways, that is pretty much it for my video. I want to thank you all so much for listening because you guys are very, very fantastic. I'll try my best to be as active as possible. I should be posting videos daily from this point on. So thank you all so much for listening, guys. Have an absolutely incredible rest of your day. Be very patient with the market. Be careful if you're trying to short. The market is very, very brutal, and it's continuing to do what it wants to do. So I thank you for listening. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you guys soon in just a few hours, and peace out.